What's going on, everybody? It's Helmstrats, and I'm back to you guys once again with another video. This time we're getting into Star Wars Galactic Battlegrounds with the mod Expanding Fronts, which includes both the original campaign and the Clone Wars. And continuing our Star Wars Let the Force Play marathon. Now, it took me a while to get this set up because I had well, at first I tried using, my regular CDs, but I realized that this doesn't take CD-ROMs and I don't have a portable CD drive. So I had to, download it. And I'm using GOG because I kind of trust GOG. That's good old games with very old games like this one here over Steam, because while Steam comes with good, mod benefits and such, GOG has, makes old games like this more modernized for the more advanced, PC games like the 2010s and such. Anyway, yeah, I've actually played this, as I mentioned before, and you probably gathered that I have the original CD cases for the first Galactic Battlegrounds and the Clone Wars expansion. But yeah, like I said, I couldn't get it to work on here. So I downloaded the mod for Expanding Fronts because, trying to load this game regularly doesn't really work that well. But anyway, let's get on with this. I'm going to go hit the single player, and we're going to start off with the original campaigns before we hit the expansions with the Clone Wars. I'm not going to hit all the original campaigns, just the ones that covers, the Republic era. And once we get through with Boss Nass here, we'll go back to the Clone Wars and then hit Darth Vader and so on and so forth. So we're going to start with the basic training with Atatürk. Let's see. Civilizations, blah, blah, blah. And Ravage, Allos, and the... Okay. The civilizations of the Galactic Republic are extending their reach. The Wookiee transport... hold on a second, can't see all this, but oh well. The Wookiee transport Thalmusin penetrates the Alaris Expanse, a system of worlds, I think means a sector of worlds, along the Outer Rim. Bound for Alaris Prime, the transport carries villagers and warriors, all sharing hopes of colonization, but others have designs for this world. The nefarious Trade Federation plots to ravage Alaris and all of its resources and its Wookiee populace, is what I think it says at the bottom. Alright, yeah. Go, and like I said, it's been a long time, but I remember Star Wars Galactic Battlegrounds being the Star Wars version of Age of Empires, and I kind of remember how, to play it. And if it's anything like the other real-time strategy game, well, not real-time, but strategy games of way back when, then yeah, the movement and all is going to be very simple, but I'm going to go through it anyway because the tutorial in this game has a bit of story to it. So let's start with the first mission, moving and attacking.
Transmission 0112TK. Location Alaris Prime. Encoded to Jedi Council. Qui-Gon Jinn transmitting. An unexplored world is a hostile world. I must help the Wookiee leader Atatürk to learn the lay of the land. Only then can we find an appropriate place to settle. End transmission.
Okay, guys, let's see the current objectives. We need to explore this new world, follow Qui-Gon's instructions to find the camp of Chewbacca's father, Atatürk. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Let's see, yeah, and y'all can pause this to, look at the intelligence and the objective reconnaissance. The blah, blah, blah. Yep. Want to advance, lay of the land, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so far so good.
Before we unload workers and equipment, Chewbacca and his friend Shorin need to scout the area. Shorin has moved on ahead, but don't worry. He left markers so we could find him in this wilderness.
Right.
First, click on Chewbacca.
Okay, before I continue, guys, you might have noticed that you're not hearing any music and some just the dialogue and occasional sound ambience. Yeah, I had to really prepare this, like I said, because, copyright claims and all that. So I had to, remove the music from the game file folder. But for the most part, you should hear, the sound effects, dialogue, and all that. Because, I tried to go to the options, but, when you try to turn down the music volume all the way down, it just cut off not only the music, but all of the sound effects. So there's that. Anyway, let's proceed.
Now move ahead to the first marker by right-clicking near it.
Yep. So far, so good. Basic stuff, from what I remember.
Good. I see another marker now. Let's go there. Click on Chewbacca, then right-click near the next marker. Ah, do you see it? There's the next marker.
Uh-huh.
In order to get to it, we'll have to travel through the black area. Right-click on the next marker.
It's called
The
the
black
fog.
area represents territory you haven't seen. It clears up as Chewbacca moves towards it.
Yeah, that's
I suspect Shorin is nearby.
You
Move
know-
towards the next marker.
I forgot how much Qui-Gon Jinn talks. Anyway, the black area is unexplored in the grayed out, and when it's grayed out, it becomes the fog of war. Of course, more modern games just have an unexplored and grayed out areas all as fog of war, but that's neither here or there.
Shorin says he has found an obstruction in the path. It could be dangerous. We should stick together. To explore as a group, click near the units and drag around them.
Yeah.
Good. Now right-click near the marker to the north. I see the problem now. Scroll north by moving your mouse to the top of the screen.
Or just use the mini-map.
Click on that tall structure to select it. It looks like a malfunctioning power core. This world is supposed to be uncolonized. If someone else was here, what drove them away? No matter. It's a hazard. We should get rid of it. Scroll back downward to your group by moving your mouse to the bottom of the screen. Select your explorers by clicking near them and dragging a box around them. Now, scroll north to the power core again, but this time, right-click on it to attack. Your units will advance across the map and attack the power core. Excellent work, my friend. Chewbacca's father, Atichituk, awaits us to the north. I can see one of his markers ahead. Let us continue. Keep following the markers until we find Atichituk.
There he is.
He's already staking a claim.
Yeah, and then some.
What's that? Atichituk smells trouble. Gundaks, they're attacking the camp. Don't worry. They're no match for Wookiee warriors. Click a warrior and right-click a Gundak to attack. Defeat them before they can tear down the camp.
There you go. I like these gun dogs better than some of the other depictions.
Excellent fighting, my friend. The Gundaks must have damaged that power core and driven off its owners. We won't be so easily scared away.
I have located the malfunctioning power core, destroyed by a Gundark, sir.
You will deal with these Gundaks, Ul 2. Find them, skin them, and bring the pelts to our Trandoshan friends.
Yes, sir.
And there we go. Oh, something else I'd like to note is that From this expanding fronts mod is a little different than the original, because I can very clearly remember being able to see having a closer up view of some of the buildings and units and the map in general. But I kind of like this because it gives it a more wider view of the map with the improved graphics. So other than not being able to have a closer view of my units, I'm kind of liking the expanded mods. Okay, let's continue. Current game.
He has begun the journey of discovery that will ultimately transform him into a great leader.
All right. Gathering resources.
Give a Wookiee bantha meat and he'll eat for a day. Teach a Wookiee to hunt bantha and he'll eat for a lifetime. Gathering resources, including metal, food, nova crystals, and carbon, is critical to this colony's survival.
Right.
I will endeavor to help Achichituk and his son Chewbacca to gain this capability.
All right, gather 200 food, 100 carbon, 50 ore, and 50 nova crystals. Not a problem. Stay near the camp. Blah, blah, blah. Uh-huh. Right.
The key to colonization is self-sufficiency. We'll begin gathering resources right away. We will need to gather 200 food, 100 carbon, 50 nova crystals, and 50 ore. To begin, click one worker. Now, to begin gathering food from the Muja fruit bush, right-click on it.
Right.
Now look in the status area at the bottom of the screen. If you have a worker selected, you can see how much food the worker is holding. The worker will keep picking Muja fruit until he is carrying 10 food. Then he will carry it to the command center and return to the Muja fruit bush for more. You can learn more by moving your mouse over any of the symbols on the bottom of the screen. You can also see a miniature map of your surrounding area. To gather food faster, select all your workers and send them to work by right-clicking on a fruit bush.
I'm already
You
done
can
that.
monitor your current stockpiles of food above the mini-map in the lower right corner of the screen. You can also monitor your carbon, nova crystal, and ore stockpiles. To remind yourself what your objectives are, click on the Objectives button on the far right side of your screen. When your objectives change, this button will flash to let you know.
Right.
You've gathered 50 food, which is enough to create another worker. See that large building? That's your command center. Click on your command center. Then click the Create Worker button in the lower left corner of the screen. Now watch the progress bar in the status area at the bottom of the screen. When the progress bar reaches 100%, your new worker will appear next to your command center. Another way to gather food is by shore food. Take your new worker and move him towards the river to the east. See those jumping fish? Select your worker and right-click on the fish. The worker will start fishing and adding to your food stockpiles.
Just make another worker while I'm at it. Oh, and while this is going on, I'm gonna... Apparently the expanding fronts mod, not only
That should be
rework...
enough workers to get the job done. If any workers are idle, the idle worker button will flash below the minimap. Click on the button to jump to any workers who aren't pulling their weight.
Right. Anyway, as I was saying, the expanding front mods not only rework and rebalance some of the units in in their functions, but it also...
Chewbacca should be along any minute. Until then, keep your workers gathering resources. By now, you should have enough food to create another worker at your command center.
Apparently that's all the workers. Anyway, as I was saying, also adds new research options and new units for all the factions, as well as other content. So I'm kind of excited to see what units they might have added for like the Wookiees and the other factions, and also all the other research options. and how they might have changed the units from, you know, the original Battlegrounds. I'll have him working on the carbon.
Keep in mind that your workers aren't trained warriors like Chewbacca. They can be vulnerable to attacks from Gundarks and the like. When workers are in trouble, they can run to the command center for shelter. They can even shoot at invaders from the command center. Let's try a drill. Click on the command center. Now click on the Activate Alert Beacon button. Your workers will take shelter in the command center. Excellent. With the command center selected, activate the alert beacon again to continue gathering resources.
Alright, we're almost to 200 food.
You've got enough food. It's time to gather carbon. Carbon is used to create Duroplast, which we use for building. Click on a worker, then click on a tree. The worker will attach an extractor ring to the tree and gather carbon from it. Ah, here comes Chewbacca. I sense trouble. Gundarks are approaching. Select your command center and activate the alert beacon to bring the workers inside.
Okay.
That was quick thinking. You can put your workers back to work now.
Yeah, and I think, something else I'd like to note is that the Nova crystals
While
you're
your
seeing...
workers work, you should send Chewbacca exploring. It's always a good idea to venture beyond the homestead to map out the territory and search for more resources. That's plenty of carbon. You should begin looking for formations of Nova crystals and ore.
Anyway, as I was saying, the Nova crystals I don't think is actually canon in Star Wars. Or if it is, I haven't looked it up, and I haven't seen any mention of it in any other Star Wars media. But then again, that's not exactly the first time that's happened.
Excellent. You found some Nova crystals. These are a valuable commodity that's used as currency throughout the galaxy. You'll need 50 Nova crystals to go any further. You found ore. When processed, ore becomes Durasteel, which is used to make buildings and defenses strong. You'll need 50 ore to continue.
Okay, that's about the extent of our map. Let's see how much. 50 ore and 50 Nova crystals. Okay, I'll get the ore first with the other 3 workers, because it will be gathered that much quicker. Have 2 of them work on the Nova crystals. Shouldn't be much longer. Just... okay.
You've gathered enough ore for now.
Okay, this should do it.
You've collected resources like an expert frontiersman. Are you sure you haven't colonized a planet before?
Well, not in this game, at least not for a while. Or rather, a long time. Anyway, that's another mission done.
He learns quickly. I am most impressed.
Now, it's number 3, building an army.
The wind carries with it the threat of an attack. My Wookiee friends have barely learned to harvest food, and yet now I must somehow teach them to create a militia. This will be a great challenge.
Alright, as usual. Right.
These Gundark attacks will continue until we stop them. We must train warriors, then find and destroy the Gundark nest. But first, we need more workers. Click on your command center. Now click on the Create Worker button. While your worker is being created, set your other workers to harvest food and carbon.
And from what I can recall, we need carbon the most, alongside food.
Try creating another worker at your command center. It appears you've run out of housing. The command center houses 5 units. Every additional shelter you build allows you to increase your population by another 5 units. You need to assemble some prefabricated shelters. Click on a worker. In the lower left corner, click on the Buildings button, then the Build Prefab Shelter button. Then click on the ground, where you want the shelter to be built.
We'll start off with 3.
Good. The more housing you build, the larger your population can grow. With all this construction, you're probably running low on resources. It's time to build up your food stores. I'll teach you about hunting and herding. If you've explored to the north, you'll probably run across docile creatures known as nerf. If you haven't, you should explore in that direction now. Don't forget, you'll need to harvest carbon, too.
See. Go, another worker. We'll have Chewbacca explore north.
Good. You found some nerfs. You can select and move them, just like workers. Move a few nerfs towards your command center.
Right. And here's a couple more.
Ensure that Chewbacca doesn't travel too far. He'll need additional warriors to take on the Gundarks in their lair. Now you can use your nerfs for food. Click on a worker and right-click on the nerf. That patchy section of the river is called a ford. Your soldiers can walk right over it. You can gather food from certain wild animals, too, but you'll have to chase them down first.
Ooh. Stockpiles of ore. Let's get a worker up here. Yeah, as I recall, there are some barriers you can get across. if you, you know, cut a path through the map, or you can take a transport, you know, an air transport and fly over it, but I would recommend scouting it with like a fighter or something. Matter of fact, why don't we take these two and help this guy clear the way? And have Chewbacca explore a bit more. Alright, that's the last of it. Yeah, I think there's another way you can use the nerfs that's a little bit more handy, in my opinion. I would like harvest them, you know, as like a last resort. What's the objective? Make another worker.
Now you should create a troop center to provide you with warriors. Click on a worker.
Yeah.
Now click the military buildings button, then the troop center button.
I was wondering when Qui-Gon would pop up. Go.
Good. Now let's build some fighting Wookiees. Click on your troop center and click Create Trooper Recruit.
Right.
That's one trooper recruit. Let's train a few more. But first, you need to know about power cores. Your command center is self-powered, but other buildings require an external source of power to operate at full efficiency. Without power, buildings operate at only 25% efficiency. Click on a worker.
Right.
Then the build button. Then the build power core button.
Yep.
Then move your mouse over the map. As you look for a place to put the power core, you can see the radius of power that it will supply. Click on the ground where you want it to be built. Good. You have a source of power. By the way, is your troop center close enough to a power core? If you need to power your troop center, you should build another power core closer to it.
Yeah, because the power core will not only power the buildings, but also increase the speed at which you recruit troops and such.
Chewbacca is young and impatient for battle. You're almost done training warriors. In the meantime, you could explore some more or create and assign more workers. There's always something to do.
Build another prefab. See if I can't reach that now. There we go. Now we can get that ore going. Alright. After this, there should be enough warriors.
You've got a solid fighting force now. It's time to get rid of the Gundark threat. The Gundarks are on the other side of the river. Let us head north to find a crossing point.
We kind of already did. Ugh. That should do it. Everybody's busy.
Trade Federation battle droids. They're wiping out the gun docks.
More enemies approaching. Destroy them.
They're attacking. We must defend ourselves.
And we
Excellent work. The Trade Federation is a dangerous foe, and we certainly haven't seen the last of them.
Nope. Yep, victorious, and we didn't lose a single Wookiee warrior. I mean, I know it's the tutorial, but still, that's not bad. And with just... Yeah, I can see this settlement just becoming, you know, like a carbon mining settlement. Anyway... Objectives done, and... Quit this mission. Yep.
We have discovered our foes on this distant world. Our lessons are about to take a different path.
Alright, now researching technology.
We've gained knowledge of Trade Federation activity on Alaris. But where there is one battle droid, there is frequently an army. It would be unwise to provoke the Trade Federation with an attack at this juncture. But we will need to upgrade our defenses in case they choose to provoke us.
Alright guys, Adachuk has gone exploring until he returns. We should remain at camp, gather resources, and research new technologies. Blah, blah, blah. Da-da. Yep, okay.
We are in no position to challenge the Trade Federation army. For now, we will concentrate on defending ourselves if they challenge us. First, we'll research basic training. Click on your command center.
Alright.
And click the basic training button. Research costs resources and takes time, but it is worth the effort. Your task will be to determine what you can afford to research and when. If you click on a worker, you'll see they have a new armor rating in the status area. Your workers will stand a better chance when the enemy attacks. Put your upgraded workers to the task of gathering food from the Muja fruit bushes.
Ooh. Finding so many nerfs.
You'll need 500 food and 2 buildings from your current tech level to advance to a new technology level. Chewbacca's father has taken several warriors and gone scouting. While we await his return, we need to advance to the next technological level and repel any raids that the Trade Federation throws against us. I'm going to show you a few more ways to speed up the gathering of food. If you build a food processing center close to a source of food, your workers won't have to walk as far to deliver their food. Click on a worker, then on the Build button, and click Build Food Processing Center.
We'll do it right here. It's the closest to all 3 of these. Alright, we'll bring Chewbacca back. You 3, scout ahead around.
Another source of food is farms. Have one of your workers build a farm.
Aha, another nerf.
It would be unwise to proceed before your warriors are stronger.
Alright, where's our worker? Oh, right, he's harvesting with the other guys since he made this. That's another thing. If you build a processing center, your guy will automatically start harvesting the resources after he's finished. So we're going to take another one of our workers here, and we're going to make a farm, like the man suggested, and put it right next to our command center But once they clear out these bushes, we'll construct the farms right over
When
here.
the worker finishes his farm, he'll begin harvesting food from it. You need only one worker to harvest a farm.
Speaking of which, let's make another worker. Because we're going to need another shelter pretty soon. Beachside view. Didn't know Wookiees like that. Now let's make make a few more. Should be ready by the time. Yep, there we go. We also have some fish for backup in case we need it. Right. We're going to assist him in the carbon collection. There's also Nova crystals, but I don't think we need that as much right now. Oh, we could make a power core. Not sure if shelters need power cores, though. Ba-ba-ba. Ooh, we can make an animal nursery. Right here.
You can create a renewable source of food with an animal nursery.
Way
Click
ahead
on a
of you.
worker and have them build an animal nursery. If you have any nerfs standing around, you can herd them into your new animal nursery. Just select a nerf and right-click on the nursery.
Yeah, these nurseries can hold up to 10 nerfs.
Animals in your nursery add to your food stores over time. The more nerfs you keep inside the nursery, the more food you'll get.
Which is why you shouldn't, be in such a hurry to slaughter them. Because they do add to your food stores in time, but if you need them for like an emergency harvest, then yeah, by all means, nerf a couple of them. Now then. $500 food, which we're almost there.
You've met the requirements to advance to a new tech level. Click on your command center, then choose Advance to Tech Level 2.
Let's make another prefab.
Chewbacca's father is back. He'll work his way back across the map.
Uh-oh.
He says he spotted some battle droids lurking in the area.
Halt. You are ordered to come with us.
Battle droids. Atichitik has been shot down. But wait, I sense the spark of life in him still. Stay calm. In moments, we'll be able to create him. Then we can find Atichitik and bring him back. Okay, click on your command center and create a Wookiee medic.
Probably just as good to make a couple.
In addition, click on your troop center and choose Upgrade to Bowcaster Trooper.
Right.
This research will make all your existing warriors more skillful.
Oh, and there's a handy research stimulants, which can generate food 17% faster. Which is always nice.
Now, assemble your warriors and your medic at the edge of town and go find Achitita.
Alright, now we'll make another farm, but this time at the processing center. And this worker will assist in the carbon process. Yeah. What else? What else? Yeah, see, like in the original, I don't recall ever being able to make a mine, but in the expanded fronts, you have that option. Alright, now. Gonna have a whole lot of troops. Nothing less for a chieftain. Gonna hold off on these grenadier troopers because I remember losing a lot of units to splash damage from friendly fire. Alright. I think this should be enough. Plus with our 2 medics. And we'll leave 5 troopers behind to guard our base. Because it's not generally very smart to leave your base undefended. If you can help it. See if there's anything else we need to collect while we're up here. Nope. Don't see any other nerfs either.
You're approaching Trade Federation territory. Stick together and expect an attack at any time. If any of your troopers are badly wounded, you should take a moment to apply first aid. Click on your medic. Right-click on the wounded unit to heal them. The medic that is near a wounded unit will automatically apply first aid. More battle droids. Take them down quickly.
All right.
You found Chewbacca's father. He is critically wounded. We must heal him before he can move.
Alright, let's get
He
back.
can move, but he is still weak. Beware of Trade Federation entanglements on the return trip.
Oh, more shelters. Oh, crap. Got a little distracted there. Lost 2 warriors, but still got our medics.
You should garrison Atichitik in your command center to keep him safe. Select Atichitik, click the garrison button, then click on your command center. I sense another attack coming. Gather your forces and be ready. Destroyer droids, they're very dangerous. You'll need all of your forces to beat them back.
Another 2 warriors down. Lost 5 warriors that time. 3, 4, 5, yeah. But we've won.
The clouds of battle amass.
Alright, I think we'll do one more exploration and transport before I call an end to the video, because the next 2 will be a lot longer.
The leader of the camp, Atichitik, has been critically wounded in a Trade Federation ambush. Battlefield promotions are not easy to deal with, but Chewbacca handles the leadership role with a skill not often seen. He has decided on a perilous course: to show our resolve by raiding a nearby Trade Federation outpost. His hope is that they'll think twice before challenging us again.
Alright, we have discovered a Trade Federation camp to the north. Learn to explore the map, blah blah blah. Trade Federation. Normal troops are weak against buildings. Mounted troops can tear them down much more quickly. Blah blah blah. Yep. Alright.
Start by creating workers. We have enough food now to make a dozen more. The more workers we have, the faster we can gather resources. Trade Federation politics are an unsubtle blend of thievery and cowardice. They are interested in quick profit, not an extended battle under the watchful eye of the Senate. Chewbacca wants to show them that Alaris Prime will not be won cheaply. We've repositioned ourselves near a portion of their army. We're going to strengthen our forces and wipe them out. You should create a food processing center near your Muja fruit bushes.
Alright. Food processing center. It's gonna be probably right here. Alright, let's explore a little around our territory here.
Now you can make farms, too. Build them close to your command center or food processing center. Chewbacca will need some help defending your workers. Build a troop center and begin producing bowcaster recruits.
Alright, we'll make one right here. You four will get started. Well, first you are going to make carbon processing over here. You are going to make an ore processing center right here. And you are going to make Nova Crystal processing center. Alright, now we have 2 ore and 2 Nova Crystal workers. And we've got a lot of carbon workers going. Oh, and we also need a power core. Not enough carbon. Alright, so we're almost at 200.
Now you can begin exploring. Don't go too far until you've created more recruits to protect the home front.
Now we can do a power core. Yeah, this should do it.
As you explore the map, you'll find good places for your workers to build sentry posts. Sentry posts keep an eye on parts of the map. They're even more effective at higher elevations. Let me show you another source of food. First, have your workers build a shipyard by the water's edge.
First things first. Let's do sentry towers here.
Placing a shipyard can be tricky. Look for a spot with mostly water, but with a little bit of land.
Okay. Alright, these guys have done the Muja bushes. Now we just need to have them make farms. Power droid. Oh yeah. Power droid is another new one, I think. Alright. Now, as for you, get to building a shipyard. Right here. Basic training. $500 food. Yeah, we got enough food for tech level 2.
You've built a shipyard. Do you see those jumping fish? They're too far out for your workers to catch. You've got enough food to advance to the next tech level at your command center. Click on the shipyard and select Build Utility Trawler.
Already have.
Your shipyard needs power to operate efficiently. If you haven't built a power core near the water, you should do that now.
Alright.
There are other buildings to speed up resource gathering, too. If you build a carbon processing center near your woodcutters, they can bring wood to it instead of your command center. You can also build processing centers specifically for nova crystals and metal.
100 food.
Select your new utility trawler and right-click on the jumping fish to begin gathering them.
Alright.
Tech level 2 provides even more ways to gather food. An aqua harvester, like a farm, is a renewable food source that occasionally has to be rebuilt.
Right.
There are faster ways to explore the map, too. Have your workers build a mech factory. Make sure it's in the radius of a power core.
Almost to 180 carbon. Let's get some more workers to do that.
Now build a couple of speeder bikes. Speeder bikes are weak in combat, but they greatly speed up exploring and reconnaissance. Take it for a spin and uncover as much of the map as you can.
Farm's exhausted.
You've uncovered a lot of the map. The Trade Federation must be on the other side of the river. Now I'll show you how to cross the river. Select your shipyard and build a transport ship.
Aha. Yeah, build a transport.
Now grab any speeder bikes you built and right-click on the transport ship. They'll come down to the water's edge and board the ship.
Right. Get them both back to base. That's for you. Gonna need you to build a lot more prefab shelters. And you is gonna build a power droid so we can test out whether or not the shelters will need that. Oh, what are you doing over there?
Move your transport to the other side of the river. Click on the unload button and click where you want your units to unload.
Right. There we go. Might as well construct a second. Yeah, troop center.
Ah, you found a good area to unload your troops. To unload your units, select the transport ship and click the Unload button. Then right-click where you would like to unload. Now explore some more. If you find trouble, keep moving. Your speeder bikes are best used for exploring, not fighting.
Right. Ah, I almost forgot. Okay, yeah. Found the Trade Federation listening post.
You found the Trade Federation camp. Build some more troops at your troop center. You'll need a dozen or more troopers to succeed.
And gonna need mounted troops for the buildings. And maybe a, grenade trooper.
If you build a second troop center, you can also create troops there to build your army faster. At your troop center, you can set a gather point for your troops down near the water. You can even set the gather point directly on the transport ship. Troopers will be created, walk down, and board the ship until it's full. When you've ferried enough troopers across, attack the Trade Federation army.
Yeah, 5 heavy mounted troops should do it. I don't know how much infantry is there, so I'll be extra careful with that. You guys are going to establish a food processing center all the way over there. As soon as the other workers get done. Alright, all 5 of these guys are done. Got a lot of troopers, but in case they got destroyers, I should probably make a little bit more. And why not do 2 of these? Get another transport going. You get another shelter going. Only thing about bad about the farms is that you have to be on top of it. Ten troops, all right. All right. I think that's a little bit more than 10, but... Yep, Just by 2. Okay, these guys are done. Let's get you to collecting fruit. No point in you guys sticking around. Especially when one of you has to go back and get a cup. You know what? I'll just leave these guys here. There's no sense in all that. Besides... Grenade Trooper, you're gonna hang back. Oh, you know what I forgot? I need medical droids. Looks like there's a reason after all. Good thing these guys get done fast. Alright, medical. Get over here. Alright, last bit of guys, and then we'll be done and attack the Trade Federation. Lego droids, stick with the Grenadier Trooper. You guys, march forward. Oh yeah.
Careful, they're still making battle droids. Destroy their troop central. Shut them down for good.
There we go. Looks like we lost a Wookiee warrior in 3 of the mountains. But other than that, mission accomplished. What else was here, anyway? Nothing much. Alrighty then.
A lesson learned in battle is sometimes the most indelible.
Alright guys, this will be the end of part 1 of Star Wars Galactic Battlegrounds Expanding Fronts. We'll just end off end it with here after mission 5, and then part 2 we'll head into missions 6 and 7 of the tutorial, because those are the longest, which is Allies and Jedi and the battle for Alaris Prime. So until that next video, if you enjoyed watching me play this game, or if you've played this game before, enjoying the little trip down memory lane like I have, then please, as always, leave a like, sound the notification bell to stay up to date with my channel's content. Leave your comments, thoughts, and or game suggestions in the comments section below, and hit that subscribe button to support my channel to help it grow as we continue on our YouTube journey together. Thanks. I've been Helmstrats, and I'll see you guys on the next one.